Hello and welcome back to Around the Block. Today it is the big one. It's the second leg against Chelsea in the Champions League first knockout round. We carry over a 2-goal lead with 2 away goals, I should add as well, going into this game. So it should be a routine win, which I've said in the past 2 episodes twice, and both times after that we have lost. So maybe that was the wrong thing to say, but I genuinely think it's a good chance for us to pick up a big win and progress into the quarterfinals of the Champions League, which is what we want to be doing here with RB Leipzig. We've also got a big game against Hamburg in the Bundesliga. They are sitting third in the table right now, 3 points off us because they lost their last game, and we are still just within touching distance of Bayern Munich. We actually are, as it stands right now, 5 points behind them, but they have played an extra game. So if we beat Hamburg, we're back within 2 points of them, and the 2-horse race is back on at the top of the table. Since you guys were last here, we've only played 1 game in between episodes, and that was a 2-1 win over Augsburg. Now, actually, I did stick with a heavily rotated lineup. Again, if I just move my head behind the microphone, you can see the team that we've got lined up there. And it was actually, I must say, still very rotated. It's very similar to the game against Stuttgart. I thought I'd keep the rotation to keep players fit for these 2 games, first and foremost, but also to try and prove that maybe our backup players are good enough, because when we have played backup players, we keep losing games, but this time we won it 2-1 with Buncevic and Blažević getting themselves on the score sheet, which was absolutely fantastic. Other than that, not really much to update you on because it's been such a short time in between episodes. So we're going to jump straight into the Hamburg game, which should be a good game, hopefully. Hopefully they give us a good game. I was about to say a good result for us, but they're third in the table. They are inconsistent, but so are we, so it's going to be difficult either way, as we've got a referee that gives out 53 yellow cards, 3 a match. That could be a bit of a worry for us because we do actually have a few players who have got yellow card warnings for suspension. So we can try and avoid yellow cards for these guys. That would be quite good. This is the lineup that I think we're going to be going for. We've got Andre Luis in goal with Blažević, Depatka and Diogo at the back. Nikolic and Ferraro at wing backs, and of course Dorbel and Moravsky this time in the centre of midfield because we do have some injuries. Clan, Carlos Alberto are both injured. Carapisi is still injured as well, so we won't see Carapisi for a little while. Carlos Alberto out for another 7 days with the virus, and Clan's also got the virus as well. He's out for another day, so should be back for the game against Chelsea, which is good. Kid Richards in the attacking midfield, and of course our striking duo of the big double C and Rogler leading the line for us. Hopefully this will prove enough and pick us up 3 points today. Pick us up 3 points today. So kickoff is upon us, and within a few seconds there is a highlight as it's going towards Hamburg right now as they look to get the ball forward. Cording on the ball right now, looking to swing this one in the middle. Does get past one of our defenders. They are brought down in the area, and we've given away a penalty within the first few moments of the game, which you hate to see. It's going to VAR, but these always pretty much get given. Apart from they don't, which is very rare, but they pretty much always get given. And I'm going to assume that this is no exception to that rule, as the referee has given the penalty. Andre Luis, not quite sure what his stats are from saving penalties actually, but I know he must have saved 1 or 2, and he's not saved that one, so there's no point me trying to big him up with that. He's missed the save there. This chap, Maris, scores his 3rd goal of the season, which is pretty poor, and Hamburg take a 1-goal lead. Not really ideal, that is it, at all. Not really ideal at all. We need to sort this one out just a little bit, so hopefully this sort of attacking move from Hamburg right now turns into a goal for us as they give the ball away to us, and Rogler is now through. Rogler shoots, scores, easy as you like. 1 defensive mistake there from Hamburg, and it's been punished with Rogler's 24th goal of the season. He is head and shoulders the top goal scorer in the league and must be one of the top goal scorers in all of Europe across the top leagues. He's absolutely fantastic, and at only 20 years old still, remember. What a player he is. And I mean, as I said before, if we end up winning the Bundesliga this season, and if we end up winning a Champions League or just one of them, I probably will end up moving on elsewhere just because I want to see a few more countries and leagues before we move over to I want to do a Leeds United save to finish off FM20 before FM21 comes around. I want to use like a newly promoted side to get into the Premier League and have a little go with them and just see what that one's all about, because I've never really done that before. I've never really gone for a newly promoted side into the Premier League. It's either like well established or very low down. Never do a Journeyman, which is why I want to do a Journeyman. So it's something else that I just want to do. And I think Leeds, if I'm honest with you, will provide the most views. I don't think West Brom and I don't think Fulham will provide as many views as Leeds. I know a few of you guys in the comment section said do a Fulham instead of a Leeds or something like that, but I just don't think it will get as many views as Leeds because they are such a well-supported club. So that's my thinking behind that one. We do now have a free kick, which is going to be turned onto the crossbar by Rogler there, unfortunately. We are having the better of the chances as the first half comes to a close, but we're not quite getting enough chances to get ahead in this game. First chance of the second half in the 46th minute. Looks like it's the big double C who might get to it. Not quite. Murowski shoots from distance. His first goal of the season. I must say, Murowski has been out of favour a little bit this season. We've had the youngsters come through, those young wonder kids who are not quite wonder kid anymore because they're like 21, 22 years old, but they are very, very good. Murowski's been pushed to the side a little bit, but he's showing those youngsters what he can do with an absolute strike from distance. That must be, what, 25 yards out or so. Left foot, first time, top corner, as accurate as you like. What a finish from him, as now Kidrich is unfortunately injured. Potential lower leg injury. Hopefully that's not a break or anything like that. But at least we've got Aruda who can come on in his place and hopefully change things up for us. I've got to say as well, this formation, the five at the back, wing back system that we basically bought players for this season hoping it would work. I think it has worked. I think we're having our best performance we've had for a long, long time this season. I think we've been so successful this season. We've got a real chance of both Bundesliga and Champions League, in my opinion, particularly if we just get over the line here against Hamburg. We've got less than 5 minutes or so to go in this game, and hopefully Hamburg won't spoil the party with a 90th minute winner. Should have made some more changes, but here we go. Here comes this 90th minute winner. It's the 94th minute, which you hate to see. Cording shoots. Cording, being a former player of ours, puts it just wide. Luckily, it's a goal kick for us, and that is full time. So there we go, a 2-1 win there, puts us back to 2 points behind Bayern Munich, still matching their results exactly. So hopefully at some point they slip up and we get a win along the line somewhere. We go 1 point ahead of them. Hamburg are now 6 points behind us, and of course a massive 8 points behind Bayern Munich. So potentially they're just out of contention a little bit. Hopefully it goes back to a bit of a two-horse race, so we don't have to focus behind us. We can just look ahead at what's in front. Kidrich with a pulled calf muscle from that game out to 2 to 3 weeks, so unfortunately he will be missing the next game against Chelsea, which is less than ideal, I must say. But given that we do have a 2-goal advantage with those 2 away goals against Chelsea, I'm pretty confident that we could make 1 or 2 changes to the lineup and still come out top in that game. Our under-19s as well, I should say, are also doing extremely well in the... I say that, they've just lost. They've just lost to the Dortmund under-19s. But they have been doing very well in the under-19s Champions League. Literally, the curse of the commentator has been... It's just been there, hasn't it? It's been there the past 3 episodes now. I've done this episode within the 19s, just about to say how well they're doing, and then suddenly they lose. Shouldn't have said anything, and then they might have won the whole competition. In the meantime, Man City go through 8-1, and Liverpool go through against Barcelona on penalties into the semi-finals of the Champions League. So they're 2 teams that are guaranteed to go in there. What's going on? I say semi-finals, to the first knockout round, into the quarter-finals. Oh, I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. But actually, this is interesting. Atletico Madrid are through, Real Madrid are through against Bayern Munich, Shakhtar are through on away goals, PSG have gone through, and then, of course, Liverpool and Man City have gone through. It's between us and Chelsea and Seville and Borussia Dortmund. Hopefully the 2 German clubs go through, because that obviously does well for us. So the only change we really need to make, actually, is getting Kidrich off the pitch. And obviously Aruda will come on for him in the attacking midfield position. We'll take him off the bench as well for Thaddeus Igalo. There we go. That is the team that we're going to go for. Only the 1 change there. I think the team played very well in the previous fixture. So hopefully they'll do the same here today as well. I say that, Roman Clan, get yourself on for Murowski, actually. We'll do that, and then we'll bring Murowski onto the bench as well, instead of Jezovic. That'll do. Right, kickoff is upon us in this game. We've got a 2-0 advantage over Chelsea, plus them being 2 away goals as well. Chelsea have got to do something special to get past us today, and given our luck, they might be able to do it, because I've said things in the past few episodes like this should be an easy win, we shouldn't lose this, and then we go and lose them. And this could happen again, but I'm trying to, if I talk about it, I feel like I'm undoing the curse and the hoodoo that surrounds this. And we seem to be doing okay right now. I mean, they're playing a fairly defensive formation, which is what I said in yesterday's episode, and then we lost the game. And I feel it's working in our favour. You know, I say this. We've got a highlight now. The first highlight of the game, 42 minutes into the game, Potentially this could be a little risky, but Nikolaev gets past Pedri. Nikolaev into the middle, crosses into big double C. Ferraro can't get his shot past the defenders, but the big double C can. Rogler's at the far post, assisted by the big double C, although I think that was a shot which was saved, I think, rather than... Was it? We'll double check this again, but 25 goals now for Rogler this season. What a man he is. So the big double C put it down to Ferraro, who couldn't put it in the back of the net. Ferraro puts it back into the big double C, who, yeah, it did shoot, and it came off the keeper, but apparently that counts as an assist, which we're not complaining about, because the big double C could do with a bit of stat padding. Aruda now with a free kick. If we can get another one just before half-time, which we nearly do through Diogo's header there, that would have been wonderful, but 3-0 up on aggregate. Dortmund are also 1-0 up in the game, 2-0 up on aggregate as well, so it looks fairly comfortable that both German clubs will be progressing into the later quarterfinals. I think the quarterfinal draw should be like immediately after this, so I'm pretty confident that we can obviously do... Oh, it's a good goal there from Chelsea. Very good goal out of nowhere. Very worrying all of a sudden, because suddenly if they score 3 now to make it 3-1 on aggregate, or 3-1 on the night, 3-3 on aggregate, they go through. So actually, we do need to be a little careful with 40 minutes remaining in this game. Let's not talk about the quarterfinal draw just yet, although maybe we can. We can now. Double C has scored another goal, 4-1 on aggregate now. I'm confident the quarterfinal draw should be coming up in about 2 minutes' time, I think. Or is it? Ooh, very close from that free kick. Tom, just shut up. Just don't get ahead of yourself. Stop being so cocky and confident, all right? Calm it down. We've got a few defenders looking complacent, which I'm not a big fan of. We need to get those guys off the pitch so we're not looking complacent at the back. We need to be switched on and ready to do something if something needs to be done. That doesn't quite make sense, does it? But Aruda, out of nowhere, doesn't get many goals himself, but that was a fantastic run from him. Took it on himself, had the shot. It's 3-1 on the night, 5-1 on aggregate. Quarterfinals, here we come. We will make 1 or 2 changes just to get some of these complacent lads off the pitch. We don't have more centre-backs on the bench. That's slightly worrying. Buncevic will come on for Nikolaev. Dorba will come off for Murovski. Beautiful stuff. Well, I'll tell you what. See you later, Chelsea. Bye-bye. European football, not for you guys. RB Leipzig going through to the quarterfinals, and I genuinely think we've got a good chance of reaching the final with a kind draw. If you've tuned into the Arsenal stream, which actually we are doing later on this evening, now I think about it. This comes out at 6 o'clock, streaming at 7 o'clock with Arsenal. We've been given a really kind Champions League draw at the exact same stage. Quarterfinals, going to semi-finals, into the final. I think on that we've got a real chance of winning a Champions League final. So if you're watching this not long after this video came out, about 7 PM UK time to about 9 PM UK time, we will be streaming. So good chance I'm still going, so come and join us in the stream, link down in the description below. Or just search it on Twitch, TomFM. It's pretty easy to find. So, quarterfinal draw right now. They also like to do the semi-final draw at the same time. So we have a clear route through to the final should we end up getting there. So, in the quarterfinals, it's Shakhtar versus Real Madrid, Atletico Madrid versus Borussia Dortmund, Leipzig against it's Liverpool, PSG or Man City. I'm not very keen on any of those teams, but who is it going to be? Of course it's PSG. It's always bloody PSG. Whatever save it is, it's always PSG. So we've got them coming up. They battered us last season in the Champions League group stages, and they beat us 1-0 at the start of the season in the European Super Cup. They are the current holders of the Champions League. So that is going to be ridiculously tough, I must say. And if we get past them, the Champions League draw is here, where we're going to be playing against Shakhtar or Real Madrid. And that's not too bad, to be fair. We've done the double over Real Madrid this season. Shakhtar, we should be beating comfortably as well. So should we get past PSG, I back us heavily to get to the final, but getting past PSG is a bit of a tricky one, I must say. Either way, looking forward to next episode. It's going to come around pretty quickly again because we're going to do both games against PSG and, of course, mine's in the middle as well, just to have a bit of Bundesliga action there, as we are still looking like we could win the league title come the end of the season. So that is the plan for tomorrow. Hopefully, you can join me then. Thank you so much for watching today. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have done, drop a like on the video for me. It helps me out massively with the YouTube algorithm. More likes means it gets pushed out to more people, essentially. So drop a like on the video. Of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Hopefully, 15,000 subscribers this month. That would be absolutely perfect. And of course, I will see you next time. Have a good one. Goodbye.